What's happening, Gemini? This is going to be your weekly reading for the week of July the 8th through the 14th, 2019. You probably hear my dog barking. My bad. So this will be for Geminis, whether you guys are sun, moon, risings, or any other placement where you may have Gemini in your chart. So keep in mind, you guys, this is just a collective energy reading. This is not a personal reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, whether that be some parts of the reading or a full portion of the reading. So I trust that the Most High God uses me as a vessel to speak to those whom I'm meant to speak with. So if you know if this reading is for you, just use your discernment. If it's not for you, hopefully you guys will find the reader that is for you. Okay, my apologies. I can't pause the video, so I had to let her out, or let her back in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a general overview with the, excuse me, the energy oracle. Okay, and then I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread with the after tarot, and then a love overview with my relationship oracle deck. Okay. So the only way that you guys will ever know if a reading is truly pertaining to you, your personal situation, is through a personal reading. So if you guys feel guided to book a personal reading with me, all of my information will be in the description box below. Okay. All right. So hopefully this resonates with whomever it's meant to resonate. I trust that the Most High God is divinely guiding this reading, and this reading is divinely protected. What is the energy influencing those born under the sign of Gemini for the week of July the 8th through the 14th. Thank you. Ooh. Angel of Strength. Action. A man holding a heart. Financial constraints with Magician in the Mirror. Alright. Got a lot of fives, I noticed. Got number 50, number 45, number 53. You got number 17 and number 13. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this week for you, Gemini, I do feel that you have a supportive energy around you. You have some sort of a spiritual angel or guide. It could be an ancestor. It could be a Passover loved one, a feminine energy, or a female that was here with you. And I feel this person is supportive of you, supporting your energy. For some of you, it's Leo energy, or maybe you have Leo energy in your chart, but I do feel some sort of support. And this may not be a person who's passed on. Maybe this is the person in your life who is a Leo, who has been very supportive and very helpful of you. And you're going to see, maybe this is someone that's always been in your life, or this may be someone that comes into your week and steps up and supports you, or, you know, encourages you, gives you some sort of boost of confidence, not in an ego stroking type of way, but in a way where this person is encouraging you to believe in yourself or have some sort of confidence, and maybe at a point where you're feeling down, and this could shift things for you this week. So some of you guys are kind of feeling stuck when it comes to action in your challenge position. You may not be feeling like things are progressing in the way that you would like them to, or you kind of feel like, where am I headed? Where, you know, my direction in life? Am I on the right track? Am I not? There's a lot of questions going on in your mind, and I feel that for some of you guys, you're trying to balance out your shadow and your light attributes. So some of your shadow sides may need to be addressed. For some of you guys may be running from an issue or a problem that needs to be addressed, or someone where you have an issue with a person that needs to be addressed. Spirit is telling you to approach your heart. Spirit is telling you to pay attention to what you feel. If you guys are a male or masculine Gemini, I feel that Spirit is telling you to pursue something in the matters of the heart, or to focus on what it is that you truly feel. If this is an interest of love, whether you have an interest in a male or a masculine energy, I do feel like Spirit is saying that there may be a message coming through, especially if you guys are dealing with a water sign, masculine energy or male energy. There could be some sort of message that you can expect to receive. The messenger may be the person that's encouraging you. Okay, it doesn't have to be any romantic energy behind it, but for some of you it can be that. It may put some things to rest. Okay, it may put something into perspective. So this could be words of encouragement from a place of love. Others of you, your focus is surrounding by financial woes. So some of you guys may feel that financially you don't have the means to move forward with something, or you're questioning the stability surrounding your finances. So because you have number 13 here, I do feel like this has something to do with the perception of luck. So some of you guys may be heavy into superstition. Some of you guys may look at this as like some sort of karmic energy or a curse or something. For others of you, it could just be you are trying to figure out a way to create stability, which you do absolutely have the power to change that with the Magician in the mirror right here. I feel like number 53, first off, if you add 5 and 3, you get 8. So 8 is the number of abundance. It's also an energy of infinity. Okay, so seeing, it's the way that you perceive things. You guys have this alchemistic type of vibe to you anyway. I'm thinking with this card, this reminds me of the Magician and Tarot, and the Magician card happens to be a Gemini and Pisces card. So if you utilize the as above below principle, so whatever it is that you think of, you can create. So you have to utilize that energy, and I feel like this is connected to finances, but for others of you, can be other things in your life. It is all in the way how you see things, how you perceive something within you. And he has an infinity symbol over his head. Whatever you guys are perceiving inwardly is what you're going to get outwardly. He has a lot of he has different totems on his neck and things like that. So some of you guys are into magic and alchemy and things like that. So maybe utilizing some of those things, or maybe you feel like it's just not working for you. But I feel that there's something someone's going to say to you, or something in the matters of the heart that's going to put everything into perspective. So let's go ahead and look at the tarot, see what the Celtic energy, Celtic cross is. I'm not going to do an actual Celtic cross layout, but it will be, you know, the standard positions and things like that I'm going to utilize. So Most High God, I thank you for your loving guidance, truth, and clarity. What is the energy surrounding those influenced by the sign of Gemini or born under the sign of Gemini? Yeah, some of you guys are like feeling stuck or confused about something. Your cards are not right. Cleanse out the energy, whatever is causing any stagnancy, any confusion in the Gemini's energy. Divine Spirit, I ask that you cancel this energy out. There you are, the Lover's card. That's Gemini energy. Knight of Cups, the Empress, the Eight of Swords, which is also a Gemini card. Let's move this over a little bit. And then you have the Hangman, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. You got a lot of eights. You guys might want to work with the energy of 8, the number 8. Meditate, visualize the number 8 or the infinity symbol. Ace of Swords in reverse and the 8 of Wands in reverse. So you have almost every, no, you do. You have every 8. You have the Swords, you have the Cups, you have the Pentacles and the Wands, the 8 of Wands. You have all the 8s. That's crazy. Alright, anyway, let's tap into this energy. So your energy where you are is the Lover. So this is you. Like I said, the Lover's card is a Gemini card. So I feel that where you are is some sort of needing to reflect within yourself. You're at a point where you are needing to go within yourself and communicate with yourself. This is a place where you have to be in tune with and in sync with yourself. But of course you have the angel in the back that's here to give you clarity, okay, to kind of intervene and translate or communicate to you. So it could be translating what an aspect of yourself is trying to communicate with another aspect of yourself. So this could be the feminine attributes of yourself and the masculine attributes of yourself that is in communication. So this could be a hint that there's some sort of imbalance with you, or you haven't really been listening to yourself in some instance. So the energy that crosses you is the Knight of Cups. So the energy that's crossing you is this heartfelt energy. For some of you guys, you want some sort of validation, or you may want it from a specific person. It may be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be a group of family member, groups of friends, groups of people in your community, or it could be a love interest, a lover. You know, it's some sort of important something that you wish that you can have that you feel you're lacking. And I feel like this has something to do with support and love, that you feel like you need to hear that from someone, or that support, although you do have it. Some of you guys, it could be an absentee energy that was once here with you, now it's not. Doesn't mean that this person is not here, you know, in the physical, but it can just represent maybe this person is no longer in your life for whatever reason. You do have the Empress that crowns you. So what crowns you is that you do have this loving, supportive energy around you with the Empress. You do also have the energy to create, the ability to create abundantly. And it does come with the energy of love. You have a lot of loving energy. I do see it. It's a lot of feminine, nurturing energy as well. The Empress is ruled by Venus. So this Venetian energy is about love, comfort, and I feel like really what you're seeking is that support. Now, some of you guys, it could be a mothering energy, or some sort of feminine energy, connectedness, validation that you're seeking. So the Eight of Swords, what's beneath you? What's underneath you is this not able to really see yourself in your true light. It's almost like you're bound by some lower level thinking, perceiving yourself that you need other people to help see you how you should be seeing yourself, or seeking some sort of support that's already within or already there with you. There's this lack of feeling well-rounded or stable at this point within yourself. Like, you may have the means and everything else outside of you, and even if you are getting validation or you're getting praises from the outside, it's like someone or something specifically is what you're seeking. You want it from that person, or you want it from these, you know, these specific people, period. And I feel like that's what it is. I don't know how else to explain it to you. That's what I'm getting. With the Hangman, the energy that is behind you, the energy that you are walking and leaving behind. Ironically, with the Hangman, it's like this woman is feeding him water. It's like this thirst energy, this need and this desire to be validated, because the Hangman knows what it's like to be ostracized by society, and knows what it's like to, you know, basically be criticized for being different. And the fact that, you know, he's a little more beyond his time and his years. So it may be that you have something that you bring to the table around, you know, amongst other people that just don't get it, because you're different from those in your surroundings. That doesn't make you any more better or special than the next. It just means that you're very significantly different. And I feel that you just want other people to kind of validate that and be like, it's okay, or you're special. If you need somebody to do that, then I guess, you know, here I am. You don't really need anybody to validate the uniqueness of you. And I feel like this is a lesson that you have to learn. This is a major lesson for you, that once you get it, that yeah, I am different and I don't really need anybody else to get it or understand it. And a lot of times, a lot of people are not going to understand it, and that's the sacrifice that I have to make by standing alone and being on my own. But yet you do have some sort of support from somewhere, and that's the game changer. That's the enlightenment that comes with the territory. of this. So whatever it is that is before you, that's in front of you, is the Eight of Pentacles. So it's going to lead you to this place of self-mastery where, okay, all right, well, I see now I know where to work through with this. Now I know exactly how to maneuver or how to work through this energy. But the sad part is that your attitude with the Eight of Cups is kind of like you're looking at the things or the people that don't get you, that rejected you, or that walked out of your life, or maybe that you had to simply walk away from. You're looking at it as a bad thing rather than seeing this as a pivotal moment for you to walk to the next level, which is the Nine of Cups, right? What comes after the Eight of Cups, the Nine and the Ten of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is leading you to that place of emotional contentment and harmony within yourself and just being happy with what's inward, internally. Then you have the Ten of Cups, which leads you to a place where you are able to connect and manifest relationships with people who are like-minded like you. It's an extension of you. It's not a completion, so to speak, even though number 10s do represent completions. But you know, you got to be one within yourself in order to have that completion and that fulfillment first within the self before everyone else comes into play. Everyone else is just an extension, right? So when you look at the number 10, it's number 1 essentially, because the 0 is silent. So that 0 is kind of like everything else outside of me. People, cars, money, you know, whatever tickles your fancy in this time in your life, or whatever you have on this earthly plane that you look at as happiness. But the 1 is that individual energy. That's what makes the 10. That's what makes the completion. You make it. So maybe looking at this as a bad place to be in. You got a lot of 8s. This could be a representation of repetitious energy, something that is continuous, something that you're continuously doing, or a perception that you have that may need to be shifted. So then you have the Queen of Swords, which can also represent you, whether you are a male or a female Gemini. It doesn't matter. She represents the feminine attributes of the earth signs. So with this represents the people influencing you in the situation. So it could be that there is an earth or an air sign, an air sign woman or feminine energy that is influencing, you know, this sort of belief in yourself, or it could be encouraging you. But there's some sort of straightforward, honest energy that comes from the Queen of Swords that is very brutally honest and very straightforward. She takes no shit. So this could be someone around you that you admire that does not give a shit. And for some, it could be a Libra, because the Empress card is Taurus and Libra energy. The ruling planet of both signs is Venus. So could be that, or it could be another Gemini, or it could be an Aquarius, or it could just be someone who's very, very straightforward, very honest, that could shift your whole perception on things. So the Ace of Swords in reverse, this represents your hopes and your fears. So I feel for some of you that you are afraid of the truth that, yeah, I am possibly different to the point where not a lot of people are going to stand with me and agree with me on certain things, or believe in me by being my authentic self completely. Not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to rock with it. But the hope is that you'll be able to stand in your own truth. Because knowing exactly who you are, I'm going to flip it up this way. So, well, it's upright how I'm seeing it. To you, it may have been upright. So, how I'm seeing this is that with this funny looking bird, I don't know, it might be an owl. It looks crazy. I don't know. But owls are wise beings, wise creatures in the darkness. So, even in the darkness, you're able to see the truth of things. You're able to learn and gain wisdom in the shadows. So I feel like you're hoping that there's some sort of light in this, you know, in the things that you can't see. And the Eight of Wands is right above, or the Eight of Swords is right above it, and she's blindfolded. You don't need anybody else to give you that clarity. That's the truth of it. Then the Eight of Wands is the conclusion. It's in reverse. So maybe certain things that you used to desire to obtain, or desire to hold on to or grasp, no longer is the things that you're going to shoot for anymore. They're no longer going to be things that you desire to have, if that makes sense. So let's look at your love energy. I hope that made sense. That was a lot, but I hope it resonated. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Relationship oracle cards. I'm going to use my big ass oracle cards. If you guys are interested in purchasing this deck, it is available on my website. So let's see what's up with love for those influenced by the sign of Gemini, born under the sign of Gemini, regardless of what your romantic situations are. Whatever it is that the Most High God wishes to bring to the table with regards to love. Let's shed light on it for this week. Work together. Manifestation. February. Divine insight and intuition. Toxicity and manipulation. So let's see. I'm going to clarify these with the tarot, by the way, just to get a little more in depth. So the overall energy you have is work together. So you clarify these cards in 2 cards. A lot of cards want to come. Spirit has so much to say to you, Gemini. It's like, it's not even funny. I knew he was going to come out eventually. So here you are also as well. Magician is Pisces and Gemini energy. So I knew he had to come out. So far you have 2 Magician cards that wanted to come out for you. So together, work together with the Chariot card and the Page of Wands in reverse. So the overall energy could be that for some of you, it does require you from walking away. And I don't feel like this is only about romantic love. I feel like this could be easily platonic energies too. But Spirit is helping, you know, guide you in a new direction. And I feel some of you guys are not ready to leave certain connections. You feel like you have to cling on to certain things. I don't know why I get more so platonic energies than I do romantic energies. But it, of course, you know, take what resonates with you. But for some reason, I'm getting that you're being guided to go on in your own direction and your own path. And some of you are like, I'm not ready. I can't do this. Or I'm not, you know, capable enough. Or I just don't feel like I'm just exactly ready to do this. You know, because it's going to require you, for some of you, to stand on your own. It's kind of like a child that is leaving home for the first time. Like they're finally, you know, I turned 18 now, you know, that's the typical age in the US. For some cultures, you're supposed to stay in your home until you get married, for some people. But some cultures or some people believe that once you turn 18, you need to have your shit together and you need to go out and find you you know, somewhere to live, establish your own life on your own outside of your parents' home, right? So this energy can be quite scary, right? The Page of Wands is off on his own journey, okay? So it's like sometimes you got to see that certain things are no longer meant to work anymore, and it's time to move past it. So you have manifestation with the 2 of Wands, the Emperor in reverse, and the Justice card. So this can represent you kind of like knowing that it's the right time for you to move on, because something else is being manifested, but you don't trust yourself. You don't believe that you're capable in some essence, or whatever this is that you're walking into or trying to manifest. It's almost like you don't believe that you're capable of manifesting it. For some of you, it's the ultimate partnership that you're seeking, or this, I don't deserve this emperor because, you know, this or that, or I'm not a good enough of a male or leader or whatever provider for this person, or just, it could be just in general for relationships. If it's not about romantic relationships, then it's like manifesting myself outside of what everyone else feels is right or just for me. So you're juggling between your free will, your assertive energy, your command, your demand, whatever, versus societies and what everyone else feels is just and right for you. So you're kind of juggling that energy. February with the 3 of Cups. So Spirit's telling you there's something to look forward to maybe in February. There's something that you may already know is in place that you are looking forward to celebrating. Or Spirit is telling you that there's something in February that you're going to be celebrating. Now, it could be somebody's birthday, or it could just represent I don't know, Valentine's Day or something, but there's something about supportive energy that you're going to be celebrating. It's going to be like a joyous time in your life. And it doesn't mean that you have to wait and hold your breath until February, but there's something like, and it could also be saying that Spirit is saying don't wait for a specific time for you to be happy or to congratulate yourself or celebrate you, because there's really no time limit or, you know, I'll be happy when. That's a false sense of happiness. I'll be happy if and when and then. So you have divine insight and intuition with the Magician card. So Spirit is telling you to focus on tapping into your truth and your inner power. A lot of Geminis, and I remember in my monthly reading I was saying that a lot of you guys are very highly intuitive this month. Not that you want any other month or period, but something about July, you're very, very in tune. And Spirit is telling you that that intuition and that guidance is what's going to help you to master some things or to shift things to work out in your favor. You have all of the tools to make it happen. The fact that you had every 8 come out in your Celtic spread is, again, remember I said 8s are numbers of abundance. I would definitely say that you guys can utilize this energy and manifest. You have all types of infinity symbols coming out in your spread. The infinity symbol with the Magician, and then with the 2 of Pentacles, he's juggling the infinity symbol. So you guys might need to work with that as a totem if you guys are into alchemy and all that type of stuff, or the number 8, or maybe work with the energy of 8, do some sort of work at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. It is the 8th day, right? Monday is the 8th day. So it's something powerful about that energy. Then you have toxicity and manipulation with the Page of Cups. So the conclusion of all this energy is that I feel that you can't lie to yourself anymore. I feel like you can't compromise yourself anymore for other people. You can't even compromise the falseness of yourself for the sake of your authentic self, if that makes sense. I feel like this is going to put you in a place of humbleness, or some sort of place of really honoring you as you are in your purest form. Because by trying to conform even just a little bit, like, okay, I'm gonna keep it real to some extent right here, but in this area I might have to conform. No, not even a stench of conforming energy. I feel this represents Piscean energy to me, the Page of Cups, but it can also represent the dreamer aspect and the imaginative aspect. And I get like childlike energy. So utilize this energy in a positive way to work for you, not to appease anyone else or to appease your ego or expect other people to appease your ego, because sometimes people may do that just for some sort of manipulative energy, and maybe you've dealt with that long enough. So I don't know if this is making any sense, but this was a pretty straightforward, straight, clear reading. It just kind of just flowed to me. So if you guys like this video, feel free to like it, share it with someone you feel like may resonate, or just share it just because. If you guys have not subscribed and you feel guided to, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you guys want to see more of the weekly readings, so I'm just experimenting, you know, versus the weeklies and the dailies. So if you guys like more of these, feel free to comment below. And I will see you guys back in the next reading. Till next time, peace.